Hey guys, welcome back to ADP Art Creations. Come on in, kick your shoes off, relax, and let's get into it. So today we're going to be talking about Dearica Hamby. I'm going to show a little bit of her highlights, and then we'll get into her talking about motherhood in the WNBA, where she did an interview with Sue Bird, and also where it's an older clip where her and Fee were pregnant during the same time or whatever. And just to let you guys know and be aware of what the WNBA think of mothers. Just an example coming from Dearica Hamby, and you'll like it, and I think that it's important to address subjects like this because you can tell it really had an effect on her far as playing the game, and knowing she'll be able to do it with having children or whatever. But some of the things she faced, and some of the things she just went through as a person. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to show you a little bit of highlights of the video first, and then we'll get into a couple of clips, videos of her talking about it. Okay, guys. Okay, so let's start off with the first one, which it'll be her highlights.
Hamby in the passing lane, gets the steal. Spin move against the go ball. Oh, Dearica.
Easy of a 2 points for McDonald right at the lane.
Third quarters, the start of them, especially for the Wings, have been difficult as Hamby open court steal. Coasting to the cup. Howard trying to defend. No.
You can hear a pin drop. Hamby coming up with it. The contest from Brink the other way. The left hand. No numbers. Hamby, the hezzy, the spin goes back to the right hand. That's Dearica. You think she loves that shot, man?
I think she is great at that shot.
Hamby, nice footwork in the layup.
She's got 13.
Offensive rebounding, second chance opportunities for the Mercury.
Hamby off the bounce. Oh, what a finish.
Hamby, nice spin and off the glass.
And helped Phoenix maintain this lead. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. McDonald trying to make something happen. Hamby, three. That is wet.
Drew the defenders and the kick out with excellence.
Hamby working on Clark, who's a very good defender, and Dearica. Here's Nurse, two-player game, finds Hamby in the paint, off glass and in.
McDonald swinging it. Step back by Hamby. Okay, love to see it.
I love how she slowed things down and let things open up. Tasha's a trailer. Has to guard Dearica Hamby. They quickly get that switch. Hamby at the buzzer.
Hamby going back to work, gets the smaller Walker Kimbrough and abuses her.
And Phoenix did not win the replay review, so it will be Los Angeles basketball. What a beautiful reverse by Hamby.
You want to have a good outing, and everything kind of comes together with that effort.
Hamby out of that timeout. Good call. Good play call here for LA. You know, Cameron Brink has only played 3 minutes in this quarter. For the Sparks, it's interesting. They're making this run without their rookie because they've got him.
Clarendon uses Brink as a screen. Here's Kean Nurse, who has been so big for the Sparks here to start this early season. Speaking of big, no one probably playing better in the league right now than Dearica Hamby, and she gets the first scratch of the ball game. Hamby showing the ball handling skills. Finds Talbot. Hamby on the post up, double team comes. Hamby works around and it gets the jump hook. Hamby sets the screen. Clarendon 2 feet in the paint. Hamby gets it back on the baseline against Wilson. Double team comes. Hamby off glass. Oh, nifty play there by Dearica Hamby.
Her 21 points in the first half were exceptional. Hamby gets the roll there. She must have heard you. She's got 28, one shy of her career high.
Since coming into the W and the improvement that she's made.
Nice wraparound pass from Brown and Hamby, who gets it. Fadeaway jumper falls.
Hey,
How you doing?
Straight away three.
I'm good, Miss D.
Around the Hamby screen. Stops, pops, back heel. Rebound Hamby. Puts it on the deck against Wilson. Hamby off. Gets it right back. Going to hoist up a three. In and out. Hamby the offensive rebound and the putback. Here's Jackson. The kick out. Nurse. That three won't go. Offensive board Hamby. In traffic. Jumper off the window.
Has a career high at the office and made 3-pointers with 3 of them. She's a perfect 3 for 3.
I'm doing her highlights first,
by
Miss D.
Hamby, and it's a 5-0 run by Dearica.
So shots sometimes don't always go in.
Hamby has a new career high of made 3-pointers.
Brown. Brown, the hezzy, nice find to Clarendon in the lane. The kick out, Hamby wide open for 3. And Dearica.
I think we've done a really good job of keeping Kayla McBride in check in our matchups with them this season. Now we just got to focus on getting the rest of them in check.
Hamby, that's good for 3. They couldn't find her. Pick and pop. Hamby puts it on the deck. Sidestep in the paint. Hamby looking for Stevens. Poked away, but right to Hamby. Against Griner. The leader, good. And the foul.
Gold medal to be the only person, man or woman, with that accomplishment.
And it's not so much just that she wants it, she's earned it.
100%.
She was dedicated more than half her life to pull one down there, though she was pursuing. Hamby lowers her head and lays it in.
Counter argument, don't you think Hamby has found her spacing as she does so in the moment up to 8 points? Hamby's a little more comfortable too, and she's a great player.
Zaya's handle is also very high level.
Hamby gets the nice bounce. Those are traits that you like to have in a player for sure. That's kind of been the motto or the theme for Washington this offseason. As Hamby.
Tuesday, and she was kind of quiet and then came up with 23 points. She helped to fuel them out of the locker room on that third quarter as a nice trip away coast to coast for Dearica Hamby.
Need to rebound the basketball and push the pace. I think if we do that and you have great spacing, that's what we want. We want to get downhill.
The step back, so dangerous. Another one, that time short rebound Hamby.
Okay, guys, so I just wanted to show you some of her highlights, even though some of you may already know Dearica Hamby's beautiful work on the court, and some may be new to her. For me, like I said, with Angel and Camilla, they brought me in here, and I just started loving on different players or whatever. And I like Hamby. Like she's a beast too. So, and also, you know, Hamby has a story to tell as well. She's been in the game long enough, and I think that we need to address some things so we can get a better understanding of why she files certain suits or whatever the case may be, and how sometimes you get in, job environments or whatever, and not everybody's for women having children and being able to work a job at the same time. Not everybody feels the same way. Not everybody's going to treat you the same way. So I'm going to get into a little bit of Dearica and Fee were pregnant at the same time during her first child, and then I'll piggyback off of Sue Bird. She interviewed Hamby, and I'm gonna not do the whole video, just a little bit, so you can get a feel of everything coming from Dearica herself about the whole situation, far as mothers and stuff, and just be alert of what when Sue Bird asks certain questions or she says something. This is the talk you can tell behind closed doors when players have children. You'll see what I'm talking about, guys. But I just want to do the highlights first, Miss D, and then I'm gonna touch a little bit on this video with her and Fee in it when they were pregnant the first time, and then a little bit with Sue Bird. Okay, and then we're gonna and then we'll break everything else down. Let me see. I'm gonna go back to, let me share again, guys. Ms. D, you said Do It Again by Sharon Wright. Let me see. Oh, not that one. Guys, work with me for a minute. Trying to figure out. I want to share screen. Okay,
You
there we
got it?
go.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, it was messing with me for a minute. So I got to do this for each one, right? Okay, so we'll do the second one.
Yeah, make sure you do it for each one. Make sure you do it for each one because you look back at it, you be like, I thought I was looking at it. Right.
Like last time.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so I'm not trying to play whole videos. I just was trying to get a little clips of it so we can look at it and piggyback off of it. So I'll probably pause and start some sections or whatever. I know Fee is in this one, so I won't too much play Fee's part. I'll just pretty much play Dearica's part until we go over Fee. You know what I'm saying? But Fee won't be tonight. This is Dearica Hamby's moment. Okay, here we go, guys. Oh, sorry, guys.
But just the toughness that I play with, and like the hunger and like the drive and the heart that I play with, I think it comes from giving birth, and it's just different. Like you become a mom, and it's different.
I found out I was pregnant, and then I kind of just had this feeling, so I bought a test. And when I found out I was pregnant,
Sorry,
I
guys.
was. So it's not like I had time.
I'm trying to get to what happened. Dearica.
The flight, we had a game, and we were at the hotel, and my teammates were drinking, and something in me, I would have had a drink or two, but something in me was like, don't drink this drink, don't drink this drink. Didn't drink the drink, got on the flight, we were landing, and I literally felt like nauseous, and I knew it, like in my heart, like I was just like, I'm pregnant. As soon as I got in my car, drove to CVS, got the pregnancy test, I came back, I was pregnant, and Alex Montgomery was the first person that I told. And my sisters were all at the house, and I was like crying. And I didn't tell them, but I stepped outside, and they saw, I like Googled accuracy on like pregnancy tests. And I stepped outside, and they all came running out, and they were like, so what are we having? And I just was like bawling in tears. I was in my second year. I had a decent first year until my injury, so I was kind of felt like I was back in redemption mode the second year. And I knew that this was a possibility that I was going to have to sit out once I told my coaches and the organization that I was expecting.
Wait, face mommy. But look at me. Face mommy, but look at me. No way. And smile. Smile with me. Cheese. Keep the arms in front of you. Ooh, yes, girl. You know what you're doing.
My mom was a young mom. I think she was 17 when she had me. And so growing up, I always kind of knew I wanted to be a young mom. I wasn't sure what it would look like, but I knew I wanted to be a young mom.
I think I've always wanted to be a mom. And my mom had me pretty young. She was 22 when she had me. And I always wanted to be a young mom. And then I got to 22. I'm like, maybe not. But she was the best surprise.
I think it is tough, but you have the right group behind you, right village, and anything is possible. I do think emotionally it can take a toll on you trying to balance both, but at the end of the day it's worth it, and you get to see your little one grow up and they're looking at you and they want to be just like you, so I think every moment's worth it.
What I'm most excited for, I think just the experiences that we're going to have together. Obviously, I hope she likes to play.
Part was like training and thinking I would be okay from being away from her. I nursed, and so when I was gone, I like really missed her. And so physically, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. I did a lot of pool workouts to get me going until my body kind of formed back. But it was more mentally, like I really just wanted to spend every moment with her. So those workouts were difficult in that way.
Honestly, I don't know why society continues to doubt women over and over again, because we prove ourselves over and over again. And that narrative that you can't come back the same as you were after having a child is absolutely not true. It might take a little longer, and the recovery might look different than with some other kind of injury or sitting out or whatever, but you can absolutely be to where you were or better than before.
This mom strength term is I think you see it. Players elevate after they give birth, in my opinion, and people will tell you all the time I'm a different player than I was before I had birth to Maya. A lot of that comes with maturity as well, but just the toughness that I play with, and like the hunger and like the drive and the heart that I play with, I think it comes from giving birth, and it's just different. Like you become a mom, and it's different.
Okay, so we'll go to the last clip. This one is with Sue Bird. I'm only playing a little bit of it, and she touched. Sue Bird did ask her about the lawsuit. She also talked about well, Dearica Hamby didn't really want to talk about it, uh, but she talked about it a little bit. But you can tell like she's really still hurt about it. So we'll tap into that one, and then we'll discuss everything with Miss Dearica. Okay. So now we're gonna share that one.
Bracelet said WNBA, it said All Star, it had your name,
Yeah.
and then it said Legend.
Yeah.
And not knowing, maybe not like intentionally knowing, but I was sitting next to KP, and I was like, I'm gonna name my next kid Legend.
And you don't even know you're pregnant at this
Didn't even know I
point?
was pregnant. Yeah, and so I think like it was one of those things that was kind of like it was like meant to be.
Mhm.
So yeah, I go on to name him Legend.
Wow.
And I think it's just kind of like he's like a reflection of kind of like the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it definitely marks a time in your life.
Yeah.
You know, you're about to have your second child. You've just won a WNBA championship.
Yeah.
You're pregnant with your second child. And then in that off season,
Yeah.
you get word that you're going to be traded to
Mhm.
LA. So very quickly, this is an ongoing situation, but it's already been covered. You've been really open about it, like
Mhm.
literally from the jump. So I'm not going to spend too much time. And like I said, I know it's ongoing, but for those that don't know, Dearica has filed a federal lawsuit against the Aces and the WNBA, although the WNBA has since been dropped regarding her treatment while you were in Vegas after revealing you were pregnant. So just how are you feeling about it right now?
Still confident, still moving forward. It's bigger than me, and so I feel like it's I hadn't never really figured out my purpose, and
Mm.
you find out your purpose by I think something that really fucking pisses you off, and I want it to be better for the next like the ladies that are coming after that want to start their families and stuff. So just leading the way.
Yeah, you're doing that. How quickly were you able to move from like move on mentally from like Vegas days? You're like, and now I'm a
Yeah.
spark.
Mentally or just like physically?
I think
Physically
mentally,
pretty
quickly.
fast. Yeah.
No, mentally.
I would say honestly it was after I filed the lawsuit.
Okay.
That I was kind of
You
like,
could like close the
okay,
chapter.
yeah. And obviously it's still going on and it's not fully closed, but I think mentally it was like I know I'm doing the right thing, and like the burden it was like lifted off like a little bit. So obviously I dealt with a lot emotionally after that and going back and being booed and those sort of things, but I know I'm doing the right thing. So
And now you have 2 kids.
now 2 kids.
So in this moment, right, Legend's like a baby. Like, what are you already learning the difference between 1 and 2?
See, when I say I don't like talking about this, because I feel like I've been very, very like blessed with my kids and their temperaments and their like Maya is so emotionally mature and she understands like this life. So I don't know. They've made it easy to like, or easier, I should say, to do what I'm doing and to be successful at it and to be confident and to do what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. So how would you describe your ability to juggle both? Like to juggle being a
Yeah.
mom and being a professional athlete?
I mean, I think, and I had a conversation with Bill Lambier, like when he first got there, and that was kind of one of the things because I was on my phone at halftime checking on my kids,
Yeah.
and he was like, "You need to pick," and I think it's gotten me in trouble at times, or I wouldn't say trouble, but maybe I'm not where people like after they've seen, like like spots of like bright spots in my career where I could be or where because he would tell me all the time like, "What's stopping you from being Stewie?" Or like,
Mhm.
and for me, life is bigger than basketball, and so my kids, when I'm done playing, they're gonna still be there. They're
Mhm.
gonna so they come first, and I think that is always like at the forefront of like who I am and what I am and like how I handle my kids, how I handle my friends, how I handle my family, always comes first. And I think, but yeah, like sometimes like, well, could you be further if you just focused on basketball? And I'm never gonna be like that person or player. So
I would argue I hear that point, and
it's
I think
changing
some people
now.
it's definitely changing,
Yeah.
and I think some people do what works for some athletes is
Hmm.
to be just like 100% in,
Yeah.
and they can't have any, quote unquote distraction.
Yeah.
But I might argue that your ability having to do this early in your life,
Hmm.
having to do it
I don't know
often
a
in your
different.
life, and
Yeah.
like
I don't know another way.
handling,
Yeah.
we'll just call it adversity, not that kids are adversity, but it's like
Yeah.
it's part of your life. I would
Yeah.
argue that the balance that provides you
Yeah.
actually allows you
Yeah.
to be who you are on the court right now, or else how would you have gotten over some of this
No,
adversity?
I
You like
agree.
have practice in it in a sense.
Yeah, and when people like talk to me, they always talk about like how joyful I am and how joyful my kids are,
Yeah,
and
your perspective's
yeah,
different.
my perspective is way different.
Yeah, and it's also part of your legacy,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Like you're one of very few. There are moms in the league, of course, and they're good
Yeah.
moms, but you're one of very few that have come back. You might be the only one. Are you the only one to
Well,
come back
no,
twice?
Skylar,
Oh yeah, Skylar.
and then but at the
Duh.
time I didn't know that because she announced like shortly after.
Okay, yeah. So you guys are at the same time
Yeah, we're
almost.
at the
Yeah.
same time, and then Cheyenne Parker now, so
Hmm.
she's coming back
Okay, yeah.
for the
So you're on
season.
a very
So
short
yeah,
list of players that have come back from having two kids while playing,
yeah,
and that's part of your legacy, and that's
yeah.
special.
Sorry, guys. Miss D, you there? Okay. I think
Here, I'm here.
okay. I was just trying to make sure you guys heard me or whatever and stuff like that. So, okay, Miss D, we're gonna start with uh how do you feel about Dearica Hamby? What are your thoughts for Dearica Hamby as a basketball player?
I think the Aces miss her. She bring that energy, that fight. She took a lot of pressure off of Asia. She could do her own thing. She's a double double, and so she's still a great basketball player. Being a mom and having kids didn't mess her basketball career up. So that's what I think about her. Strong, fearless. Um, seemed like a great mother. So that's what I think about her.
Yeah, she seemed like she has some to me, like when it comes to Dearica Hamby, she has this unique style of play and the way that she plays and the way that she puts the ball in the basket, what I'm saying, and defends and stuff. And sometimes she could just do it without, what I'm saying, doing all that defending. She could just put it in the basket. I think just watching her play overall, like from the WNBA to Unrivaled, and just seeing the different highlights and just watching her play when she play against Chicago. And I just think that her style of play, her game, like it's nothing stopping her just because she's a mom, just because she had children or whatever. Like she still can do all of that. But when it comes to certain teams and organizations, they may not see it that way. They may see it as more of a threat to their business than actually allowing the women to have their children in peace, give them um, the proper backup, to have their back. I think the one of the things that is crazy is that someone was saying, what they noticed was that when it came to Dearica Hamby having her children, that the sad part about it was that this is a women's league, and the women did not have her back during this time. While she was pregnant or whatever and stuff, and going through the stuff, with the aces that couldn't be talked about until she brought out, the until they had the lawsuit or whatever. Also, if you notice, Miss D, when she talked to Sue, if you notice the way that Sue was asking her questions, what got me to thinking is Sue was like, yeah, it's not so many players after two kids that come back and play in the league. And yeah, I think it's just her and Skylar. And she said the other player, but I know Skylar is another one of them where she's had two kids, and Skylar is a dog. Like it Scholar's work speak for itself. So I noticed that Sue Bird brought that up, and with Sue Bird bringing that up, Miss D, it's like you could tell this is the talk around the league behind closed doors, and the way that she worded it, she kind of like, what I'm saying, hey, this is the talk, but I respect you, Dearica, you know, um, as a mom coming back from two, but you could tell it's going around how they feel in their perspective, reading between the lines or whatever. Then it comes to she seems like the way that she was talking with Sue Bird, you could just tell when she said she hate to talk about it. We got to remember that's bringing up history. That's bringing up all the mental she had to deal with going through this to get the courage up to fight back, to speak out on what she believed that wasn't right and how it was handled, and to think she may have thought that she had a coach that that will have her back during these times, and it just wasn't it just wasn't working out that way. Donna said she can play the 4 or 5 at a very high level. Aces organization made her lose money on endorsement and seemed to be very toxic environment. So sad. Yeah, Donna, like just by looking at her when she was talking to Sue Bird, and she was like she didn't even want to talk about it, and she had to catch herself, you could just tell she still is dealing with this. Like, this is why I say people got to be careful how they do people and what situations they put people in, because once the mental is attacked, that is carried with them. You know what I'm saying? That's something they got to work on, and you know um building more trust with organizations, and different stuff like that. And I think it was very messed up to say, hey, and this is what they're actually thinking, hey, I just want you to play ball, you're not entitled to be a mom. So how do you think you have that right to take that away from the players? Even though it is a business, but this is also her job and her life. She should have the choice of whether she wants to have children or not, and she should not be penalized for it. What you think, Misty?
Oh yeah, I agree. And one of the things what's going on with reason why she couldn't talk about it, she's probably on the gag order. But I think when
Right,
we
right.
talk about players not coming back after kids, sometimes they blackball, and that's kind of weird because back in the day they had that problem. It's getting a little better, even though it don't seem like it with the Eric and Hamby situation.
Hmm.
Becky Hammond, I don't know. Does she have any biological kids? 'Cause I know she got a son, but did she have him? I'm not sure.
I'm not
Um,
sure.
so you would think that other women would support that because that's one thing that's different. Hey, Pretty Tony, that's one
It's
thing
a pretty
that's different that guys don't have to. They have kids, but they don't have the kids. You know what I'm trying to say? They don't
right, right.
physically have the kids, so that's to be expected. I don't understand why they find it weird that women have kids, and
Right, in a
so
women organization. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. But you know what? I like Bill Lambert, but he disappointed me. He told when she's trying to beat her kids, you got to choose. No, you check on your kids.
no, no, no. When she said that, you notice after she said that, she said her kids come first. Oh, you say
Exactly.
you disagree? Oh,
Right.
you
The way
disagree with the
in
coach?
the locker
Okay.
room, right? In the locker room,
Yeah, like how you tell somebody that? Like,
but Becky ain't no is no better. Becky wasn't no. She seemed like she wasn't supportive, and so the reason why you don't see ladies that play in the league with multiple kids is because they seem to be blackballed. They kind of push you out. They blackball you in the way they kind of push you out the way. It's not. It's kind of subtle. They kind of bully you. Oh, you can't come back because you had this kids. Your body ain't the same. So they kind of overlook. Oh, I can't deal with her. She got kids, or she get ready to have a kid, and I don't know if she gonna come back. So it's kind of blackballed that way, And so that's why it's more than just. I mean, it's only Skylar and Dearica and Bria Hartley has a son, and you have Odyssey Sims who always talk about her kids. So that's what's going on with that. And yeah, that's what I think about that. You froze up. ADP. So yeah, they get kind of shunned for having kids. It used to be worse. So hopefully in the CBA, the new CBA, they have better rights for them as women, and I hope other women fight for them. It might take like a player like Angel or a player like Caitlyn to have kids early for them to do that. Yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. You kind of froze up. I'll just keep talking. All right, go ahead.
Thanks, Miss D. I don't know what in the world you two keep doing. I don't know if it's because I go so late. I don't know.
You know what? Sometimes StreamYard acts up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it would have turned out a whole lot better if they were supportive. Um, they didn't even give it a chance or give her a chance before they say no, no, no. But like you said, if it started back in the day and it's still going on now, where it got a little bit better, at least it got a little bit better. But they're still behind closed doors. Even with Scholar, they can, like you said, they can only say so much, and it takes a lot to bring up a lawsuit against somebody and stuff like that. And for her to do it, it's not like she said her kids come first. So it's more of, hey, I'm doing this because not just for me, but for, other women out there who are in the league who want to have children. So they don't have to go through the same thing. Not knowing that Skylar just spoke on this, last year? I have to, if I'm not mistaken, that she was saying that she was going through it, Miss D, but they never knew. She said, y'all would never know because I never talked about it, or whatever. But it has to be an understanding. It has to be a start where it's an understanding, like, hey, I can play this game, but I still can be a mom. I can still be a mom too. You're not entitled to dictate that part of my life and tell me what I can and cannot have. Especially if I'm coming back, Miss D, after one child, still bringing it, had an injury, still come back bringing it. Then I have another baby, and I'm still coming back bringing it. So you don't have no excuse but to give me my justice due, because I'm doing what's best for my family. I'm doing what I love to do, and I have my children beside me. Like, when is it gonna be where they I don't know. This should be probably included, Ms. D, in the CBA, because the CBA is very little short there, or whatever, when it comes to child care and just the different things for women. Of course, they give them a place to nurse and all that kind of stuff, but you know what I'm saying. They need to have more. They need to have more stuff for the women when they have these babies instead of limiting them. Let's see. Um, Donna says the WNBA still, for some reason, still living in the Stone Age when it comes to mothers and rookies. Yes, the CBA is working on this pregnancy issue for the future mothers. Pre-trial still pending, so limited. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, they are. If they're still Donna, if they're still treating these women like this now, um, you know, from before to now, if they're still treating them like this, something is definitely wrong inside of that organization when it comes to, um, I'm just your player. I know some organizations where it's money over people, but there's gonna come a time where you can't just like it's like they want to be dictators to these women in this women's sport. Like if I'm playing and I want to have kids and I come back and still do my job, of course we can't say nothing about injuries because you don't never know when you'll get an injury, you know, Miss D. But if I'm still showing up and I'm still doing my job, then what's the problem?
Yeah, they should treat. I know this is gonna sound strange. They should treat a pregnancy like injury, because even when you get an injury, you don't get blackballed. When you get pregnant, you get blackballed. Seeing like they try to push you out the door. I mean, they don't
Mm-hmm.
want to deal with it. Oh, she got a kid. I don't want to deal with that. She's not going to be focused on what she need to be, and that's not true. That's the
Right,
furthest from the truth. You see
right.
Skylar. Skylar is definitely, even though she's a mom, she's focused. She's out there. She played tough. She played, sometimes a little too. She crashed out a little too hard, but I respect her. I
Miss
respect her.
D, not too much on Scholar, Miss D.
I know, but she crashed. She a crash out. She crashed out tonight. It was tonight or yesterday. But yeah,
Y'all
um,
be getting on her nerves. She got to crash out. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm
and she
just
twirled
playing.
that finger one more time. And she twirled that finger one more time. I wish I could get on camera. I look crazy right now, but but she twirled that finger one more time. Yeah, but yeah. So treat it like a injury, and treat them. They need daycare. They need to see certain times they can travel with the kids. I'm sure they do, but not all the time.
Hmm.
Um, so you see the Aces kind of with the Dearica Hammy situation. They kind of you see how they treating the
Yeah, yeah.
the Tyus
Uh-huh.
Parker situation. She just
Yeah.
had her baby, Cheyenne Parker Tyus. I keep messing her name up. So yeah, they letting her, you know, bring her along a little slow, and kind of get on their way. But y'all could have did that. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna get into it, but I heard
Miss
some
D,
that they, huh? Go
look,
ahead, huh?
look, I'm gonna say this. When it comes to that situation, far as Dearica and everything like that, like I don't think she would have brought it up, and I don't think they would have got suspended or anything like that if that girl wasn't telling some of the truth that we know. Put it like that. We know stuff is still ongoing. We know it's other stuff, or whatever. But I don't think they would have got what. How many games did Becky got suspended too? Right. I believe. I
Yeah, she
believe.
did. She did.
Okay. I believe. Okay. So I don't think none of that would have happened if she wasn't promised certain things and she felt like they had her back. When somebody tell you something and you believe they got your back when it comes to certain stuff, and then they turn around and they don't do it, or they have something to say, um, you know, this is why these type of things happen. This is why I got to speak out, because you're not getting ready to play me, because I know what you told me. I know what we had. You know what I'm saying? I know what we had agreed on. I know what you had set up. You know what I'm saying? And this is we. Some people might say, "Hey, this is a player acting off emotions." No, this is a mother. This is a mother who deserves the respect of raising her children and playing the game of basketball that is not easy.
Exactly. And you know what? The
Hmm.
player. Let me. I hate to bring her up. The player, right?
Hmm.
So you got people defending the player. Oh, they treating her wrong. They talk about they violate her civil rights. Okay, this is the perfect example of civil rights. Why didn't you? Why these same fans? Why don't they say the same thing about women who have kids? Is their civil rights being violated? So why don't they say the same thing? We talk about
Hmm.
CC, who just getting physical play. Now every player in the league get physical play. Shoot, you see what AT did Angel Reese. She did a wrestling move on her. Did you say that her rights have been violated? She got a back injury. You know how many times she been knocked on the ground and physical play against her.
Hmm.
So if you could say that CC rights been violated, which is kind of funny. That was the funniest story I ever heard in my life. But you can't say that for these women who want to have kids, and people kind of push them out the door secretly, not secretly, but the way they kind of shun them for having kids.
Right.
So
Or
where
either trade on Miss D on the sly, you know what I'm saying?
exactly?
Like,
So
oh,
what
you
can
gonna trade me?
where's their civil rights? You talk about Cece, y'all. You know what? This is getting on my nerves. This
They
is getting on my
don't.
nerves.
This is the thing, and this is what's not. This is the way what's going on with society too. They wanna shut the women down. They want you to stay inside of a box. They want to tell you what you can and cannot have, and what you can and cannot do. For this league, I listen. Okay, I'm coming. Yes, I knew my Lisa Leslie. I knew all the greats or whatever when they were playing ball. But coming back into the WNBA, this organization is a piece of work. You hear me? They do not appreciate. I don't care what they say. I don't care what no hate t-shirts you wear.
They
I don't
don't.
care. I
They
don't care
don't.
what little piece of plan of note cards and stuff you guys want to come out with. Your actions speak louder than your words. They are not protecting these players, and it shows. Like Donna said, they're exposing all their flaws in the league, and it needs to be cleaned up. I need to see the mothers in not the mother. Listen, when women have kids, some women like my daughter or whatever, they deal with what I'm saying postpartum or whatever. So some may deal with that, some may not. But you got different things they deal with. Then they got to deal with the organization that they're playing ball for. They got to deal with she was a first time mom when she had her first child. Had her daughter. You know what I'm saying? They got to deal with that, getting adjusted to the schedule. You think that's easy for someone who hasn't had a children? Like a child or whatever. It's easy to babysit and or whatever, but when you actually have a child of your own or niece and nephew you adopted that you keep or you watch or whatever the case may be, it's a different story. You got to have schedules, you got to have this, you got to have what I'm saying, you got to be on point with everything across the board. And I've been like that too. Same thing like Dearica said, my kids, any job that I've worked, my kids come first because I don't get no time off from being a mom. You know what I'm saying? Moms don't get no time off from being moms. We got to be moms 24/7, whether, what I'm saying, yeah, the dads are apart or whatever the case may be, or you're co-parenting or whatever. Still, when it comes to moms, it's like there's no break. Yeah, they can come get the kids, take them on vacation, do whatever. But it's just something about these mothers, these aunties, any teachers, your parents too, to all who have come that have families, that have students, that have biological children. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. And then you have to go and work for somebody and they want you to put their job first. Why can't we just put it all together? Why we got to why you asking me to pick and choose, over my kids? No, listen, Miss D, you got to carry 36 weeks, if not less. You know what I'm saying? When you're carrying or whatever. That's not an easy task because you got all these hormones. You got a lot going on during this time now. You might see, look, your name might be Tina, but you might turn into Sheba. You might turn into She-Wolf. Look, you might turn into the tornado or whatever the case may be. But it takes a lot that you have to you have your child. You got to go into these work environments. You got to deal with whatever you got to deal with because you chose that job or whatever. But you want that same respect, the same way I show up for you every day or respect what you have going on. Why not respect me as a mom? To me, guys, they do not respect these women's mental health. They want them to just be bodies on the court. They want them to be robots. They want them to do this and they want them to do that. If they don't do this, then they're not a good player. Who are you to judge and tell a woman or anybody who they are? You don't get that right. You don't have that right because, mind you, no matter how old we get, we're still learning something. So I just think, oh man, what Donna say? Donna said, yep, Becky too. Game suspended, paying pennies to begin with, and got to support a family. No respect for mothers or players. Right. That's what I'm saying. They're already not playing these players like they should. on top of everything else. And then you trying to tell me I can't be a mom and play ball too. Where you see that at in the papers? Where do you see that at in the dictionary? I don't see that. I don't see where moms and shouldn't be able to have, women shouldn't be able to have kids and play the game too. Look at her. She's still dominating. Look at Skylar. They're still dominating on the court. So Pretty Tony said, I hope Angel wait for a good bit before she has kids. You know what? So Pretty Tony, it don't matter what Angel do. They're gonna come at her. But that's okay. They won't win. She probably, I think on her show, So Pretty, I think she was saying like what I want to say. Don't quote me now. Maybe 30s or a little bit. I'm not for sure, or whatever. But I know she did mention it on her show. She does want to, have children or whatever. Hey, T. Carmela. Yeah, so it's hard now. So they have to figure out the CBA. Whatever touches they need to make, they need to make them so that these women don't feel like that. Dearica didn't even want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? She did it because Super she knew how to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? She knew what to say. But I was like, dang, Sue, you mean to tell me this is going around behind closed doors? You know what people think? Like, yeah, you're one of the players, with 2 kids. Hey, if I want to have 5 kids and come back and play ball, what's the difference? Like, and I'm just saying, I'm not saying nothing she said was wrong or nothing like that. But imagine this, you're seeing that this is part of the talk behind closed doors. So, okay, if I have 5 kids, does it mean I can't play ball? Does that mean, I'm not going to come back the same? Everybody's body different. It's a mind, it's a mental, and it's a mind thing of what you can and cannot do. If you tell yourself, hey, I can't play because I have, I just had about, 5 children or whatever. I can't play that game anymore. It's in your head. But if you say I can do all things through Christ that gives me strength, you can do it. You can do whatever you put your mind to. I just don't like the limits that they put on these players, and they don't think the players have minds where they can speak for themselves. And you could just tell that this young woman is still hurting. You could just tell, like, by her carrying on the conversation. And this is not the first time, she spoke out about it or whatever, but she already had to deal with the backlash, the fans and everything, and people not knowing the inside of what she had to go through. It's easy for people to talk about something when they're not in that situation. Yeah, we share comparisons, but when you're not in that person's situation, you can't really speak but so much on it. And this is where the encouragement comes in. Hey, we might have the same, comparisons, but girl, I didn't have all that going. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have all that going on, but you just never know what these players are going through behind closed doors. And just to tell her, just to treat women like that and tell them they can't be moms too, that's a big problem. But I'm glad that she didn't listen to that, and she, she was able to still have her kids, still come back and play the game. So you want to trade me to as punishment. You want to trade me to the Sparks, and guess what I did? I went out there and I still shine. I had injuries, I still shine. You know what I'm saying, Miss D? I hope that when they with the CBA, I hope they really have something solid for these women, and not just not just on paper. I wish they would really show up and shut up. Not the women, but I'm saying the organization in general, with just these crazy T-shirts that's not following up. Oh, they always want to run something. They always want to market the wrong stuff, right? And so put some marketing in there. Let them women why don't we see something, some marketing with the WNBA players that do have children? Why don't we see some marketing like, hey, she's playing, she had a child, she's playing ball. Congratulations. This is such and such, such and such. And look at her beautiful family. Why we don't get those type of clips and stuff like that, when it comes to, the players, they'll feel, that helps their mental. They'll feel more respected when it comes to that. And they still got the parent. Because mind you, you playing a game and then you got to get home. And let me say, you got to get home and you got to take care of the kids. And my kids used to wonder, guys. I used to sit in the car a good 30 minutes, guys. They look out the window, they seeing me out there. Hey, I got to have that little me time before I come in, because when you hit the door, everybody want mama. You know what I'm saying? At the same time. So like, I just think they're gonna, like Donna said, they're working on it. They really need to get a good solid plan in there. I know in the dark. I know. I'm just, look, in the dark. I'm just wishing that yeah, and that's the problem. They keeping it all, in the dark. They keeping it all like all business, but these women's lives that they show up every day. You don't want to pay them nothing. You don't want to treat them right. At least you can market something to appreciate them, But I get what you're saying. It's just sad, or whatever. Yeah, Miss D. What you talking to in the dark? Speak, girl. I see you in there.
No, you know what I was gonna say? Unfortunately, the WNBA is ran like the NBA. So the same model, the same way you treat the guys, you can't necessarily treat the women, because women can have kids, and so you have
Mm-hmm.
to take that into consideration. So you have too many. You notice this past season they hired mostly guys to coach, and so it's still, even though it's the WNBA, you still need more women.
Yeah, I was loving that when they had the women coaches.
And
Like,
so that could be a fact, even though Becky, that's a outlier. But you would think that coaches that are women will understand that. Even if they don't have kids, they understand that the fact that a woman can have kids. So
mm-hmm,
you don't have to have kids to understand that we can have kids, and things like
right,
that
right.
is going to occur. You getting married.
Mm-hmm.
Um, now it also depends on the team, because let's go back. Um, Cheryl Swoops played in the 96 Olympics. Not quite a year. She had her son. Now, she did not play the whole year, the first year. Or no, she came back half the year. I think she came back half the year with the Comets. It depends on what
Mm-hmm.
team you play for. They was very
Yeah,
supportive
that
of her.
too. Yeah,
And
that
of
too.
course, she was a star, so they had to wait on her. So they didn't, it depends.
Mm-hmm.
Dearica's not a star. So, and who else? Scholar, she's a star. But yeah, it depends on your status in the NBA. I mean WNBA. But yeah, you need support from your team, and it's like an uphill battle. So we got too many guys making decisions, and they don't understand women, that women have, their bodies are different. We get pregnant. So they just need to have more women. And like In the Dark said, they're gonna treat it like a business, but they need to have more women input so they could be more sensitive about the needs of the women in the league. And
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, and then Lisa Leslie, she didn't have her kids until she was on her way out the door.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you have Candace Parker, but she was a star. So Hamby was like, Hamby is a great player, but she's not considered a star. And so yeah, so she was kind of caught in a rock and a hard place. Now if she was Aja Wilson, they wouldn't have had that lawsuit, and then or if she
Right.
was
Yeah.
right, Angel,
Right.
as far as getting yeah. So yeah, that's all I have to say about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That's a good point, Miss D. You're right. It really does depend on what organization you are in, and you know what I'm saying, like what they'll do for you, will they have your back, or whatever the case may be. So that does make a big difference, I think. In the dark said, I wish they would have counselors and so forth for the women, but we are ahead of the game for the ladies. I know. I think they need to have them on deck. I think they need to have them for when some of the rookies haven't, never experienced injuries. Some have and some haven't. I think that they need to have counselors on deck for that. For when women have surgeries, when they um, go through certain things, they need to have it on deck, because hey, you could be having a moment in a game and if you had a counselor on site just to get that breather at halftime, it don't matter if they say one word to that person. That one word may save their life, save them on, save their way of thinking, and they can play better or whatever. Because sometimes they need that. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a rookie or not, sometimes you need that that assurance, that guidance right on deck. Sometimes you can't wait till after the game and you get home. I think a lot of things that have happened in the locker rooms and different stuff like that in the dark. I think that if they had someone on deck like that, it would make a difference where it wouldn't escalate it, or you know what I'm saying. It just would have turned out different for us. Like even if you had them come into like the halftime, if you had them come into the locker room for maybe look 1 or 2 minutes or whatever, say, hey, whatever. Because some work, when it comes to counselors and psychiatrists and doctors and especially with like my I call him Moo Moo, his name Kesa, my youngest. So you have them, they can say certain words, and it's certain words it works. Versus if I say it, oh my gosh, it's different, right? But it's certain things they can say to get your attention, to get you to speak out, so I think that would be nice in the dark. But yeah, I do believe we are ahead of the game when it comes to certain stuff. But guys, this has been when you go from sunshine to all these storms that we're having in WNBA with our players and stuff like that. This year has been exhausting. It has been overwhelming. It has been so much for us as fans. So imagine with the players' mental and dealing with all, and it's all across the board. It's not just with our Chicago Sky. It's all across the board. Women, our players are going through something, right? And I know something's going out about Satu or whatever. I'm just gonna keep Satu in prayer because
No, what happened? I forgot. I didn't really get into it. I was kind of busy. What happened with Satu?
She's out, but for personal reasons or whatever. And so, but her sister's out too. So it has to be something that's going on. We don't know exactly, but some people's like rumors of, she may be upset about not getting her playing time or whatever. But when you have both of these players out, during this time, something personal is going on. And sometimes personal may just be, I need a breather with my mom. Sometimes it could be concerning family or just having each other's back because her sister's here too, right? So something like that, Miss D, where both of them are out, and both of them, you haven't seen both of them, even though they only was talking about Satu was out for personal reasons. So that's where we're at with Satu. The more that comes out if she speaks, and then we'll know more. But as far as all the other stuff is just speculation. But for her and her sister to be out at the same time, that tells you a little bit, maybe. So
yeah.
So yeah, so I don't know about that one. I'll continue to look it up and research it and stuff like that. But they have to look next year, because when they do this lockout next year after the lockout and everything, I need to see a different environment because this has been tough to watch with our players, not just with Angel and Camilla and Mick and in Asia and Fee going down in injury. Who else went this year? Kai, but Kai came back. Kai's okay. Baby Ray, just all of them coming back from injuries, coming back where they gotta, no space for hate. They gotta represent at the All-Star. This is a lot for these women. They're fighting for their life, guys, and it's like these people don't care. And okay, you ain't got to care, but you got to respect and do the right thing. But I guess we got to fight for them to do the right thing, to take care of our players, because without the players, without our favorite players, we don't have a game.
You know what? They need to stop. They need to check these fans. They're not really doing anything with the fans.
Mm-hmm.
The fans out here throwing stuff, and hold on. I wonder, can I do something right quick? Can I show something on my
Yeah,
side?
try
Okay,
to,
let me
I
see.
guess so. You're gonna try to pull something up.
Yeah, let me see.
Okay.
So
Go ahead, Miss D.
I think. Okay, hold on. Yeah, they've been going through some silly stuff, and they don't need to do that.
Yeah, I wanna know, are they gonna investigate and take care of that, or they just gonna keep on letting it happen?
Right. You
Because
keep
it
the
could
band.
injure one of your players. You just throwing it on the floor. It could injure if the player not watching. It could injure them. Just throwing something on the floor.
Yeah, Black Belt Sophie had something happen to her.
Oh, well, she tripped over it.
Uh-huh. And then yeah, it's crazy. Hold on.
Yeah, because they need to, like, they know what's going on. They know people are talking about it, and just investigate it. Even if it's 5 different people, 4 different people. Like, you can't let that happen. Like, y'all, it's like they never had the players back. Like this year, this season, we really seen
And
it.
you know what? The fans. I mean, you got. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, let me go back. Okay, let me see if it's gonna pull up. If it don't, I don't know.
It's okay.
Look, that's what they going through. Can you see it?
Okay, you want me to pull it up?
Yeah, can you pull it up?
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that. That's what they going through. Look at that. Somebody did something crazy. Look at that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Ain't that crazy?
Who posted it?
It's called the Hater Report. It's just different people on Twitter. Let me show you something else.
Oh my.
This is crazy. What is wrong with these people? The fans, they just going too far with it. They going too far. Hold on.
And they allowing it to happen just like they allowed what happened to Angel to happen.
Oh, hold on.
Allegedly.
Hold on.
Okay. You want me to pull this one out?
Oh, 1 second. What is it?
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. I don't know what it is yet. Hold on. I don't want you put nothing. Hold on. I'm sorry. It's taking me so kind of slow with it. Look at this.
Okay. Guys, she pulling up some stuff. You know, Miss D. Look, we got this thing rolling now. Miss D putting her stuff
And
up.
look at this. They messing with Angel. Hold on. I'm gonna pull this up and then pull up something else. Pull this up.
Okay, let me know when you're ready for me to pull
Okay, go
it
ahead.
up.
Let me see. Can you pull it up? No,
This
hold on.
one?
No, it's an image.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
What happened? Oh, hold on. Let me stop this.
Okay.
Stop it.
Yeah, take your time, Miss D. It's gonna happen. It took me a minute up there. Talking about share the screen. I was sharing it all right.
Yeah, but it's on your page, so I didn't know how to do it.
Oh, okay, okay.
I got over back. Oh, here you go. Okay, hold on. Let me hold on. Let me get rid of one. Okay, pull it up now. Let me see what.
They gotta I'm waiting for it to pop up.
Okay, hold on. Oh. Should I share screen?
Yeah, do share screen like I guess do what you normally do.
Okay, you see it? Is it on
Yes.
in the box? Okay, now pull it up. Look what they did to Angel. And look at it. See, that's the stuff they gotta put up with.
And they allowing this. That's why I don't mess with Twitter, but they allowing this up here. They allowed that on Twitter.
Yeah, you see the 30, yeah, and then look at they got it looking like Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah, and then one more. So this green monster, what's I don't understand. What's the point? See, that's what I'm saying. These fans, I think one fan got arrested, right? One fan got arrested, and then it happened last night. Remember, or the night before last? 3 games. The green monster came out, right? Yeah, the green monster. Yeah.
Donna said the WNBA rather focus on mess and confusion instead of these ladies' mental health and higher pay.
But guess what?
Right.
Kathy said it was all about money, didn't you, Kathy? She said out her mouth. It's making money. So they ain't did nothing. Hold on, that's one other picture. It was kind of crazy.
Guys, in the chat, raise your hand if you're ready for Unrivaled.
I know, and our rival do a good job about the pregnancy.
They do a good
Now
job about the
look at this one. Look at this one. Hold on.
man. We'll get into that a little bit after
Look at this
this.
one. And they got Kelsey's like Kelsey Plum. This is like an old video, but it's AI. Look at this mess. Let me pull it up.
Okay.
This is crazy. They wrong for
T.
that one.
Carmela said she ready. I'm ready too, T. Carmela. They try to tear my nerves up. You hear me?
You got it.
Okay.
Go it. Now throw it. Go back. Hold on. Is it go back?
You got to play on your. What the heck?
Hold on. They gonna play it again. It's gonna loop. Look what she throwing.
Did she actually throw that?
No, it's AI. That's Kelsey Plum when she was playing. She was in San Antonio.
Guys, look.
They got her throwing the green machine.
These people just be posting anything.
You know what? That's what I'm saying. But people gonna keep doing it because y'all keep. One more thing, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, they're gonna keep doing it because they're not doing anything about it.
Exactly.
Like they doing. It's almost as if they. I ain't gonna say they'll sell their soul, but good gracious, ball of fire! Like they see this going on, and it's like, I mean, you're enjoying this by this happening in your league.
Okay, no, this remember that we first saw the green machine at the Atlanta game,
right?
Let me pull this up. Another green machine. That's what I call it, the green machine.
They better put a stop to it for one of our players flip on the floor trying to.
Or the fans.
And this is crazy. Why does it take for all? But this is what the
you
life
arrested
is.
One player. I mean, one fan, but the rest of the fans, they just you see it.
Hold on.
Pull it up. It's just nasty. Look at that. You get it? It's a great Gatorade. Instead of saying Gatorade isn't you, the green machine.
I ain't got time, Lord. Pray for them. They need all the oil at the altar.
So let me take this off. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's the mental stuff they going through as well. People throwing sex toys. You know the stereotype. You know, and that's so sad. So they going through that. You only care about one person's mental health, and that's Caitlin Clark talking about her civil rights being violated. What about their civil rights? You throwing sex toys? They have to work with fans saying crazy stuff, calling them names and heckling them, getting personal with it. Fans touching you at the game, like they did Sanaya Rivers. But go ahead.
But that's just like, the Chicago Sky say, hey, we're coming out with this and it's going to take care, we're going to be able to catch some, not all of it, but we'll be able to catch some of the cyberbullying America. We're going to do that because we put it all in this nice layout. Okay. But Angel had to go in that presser and say she tired of this ish. Like she had to do that for herself because nobody else had her back. Then I'm looking at Miss D. Well, Angel is at All Star. She having an interview with Ellen Duncan, and then on the other side, guys, Camilla doing a mental health commercial, talking about like what you can do. You know what I'm saying, to what she does to help her mental, and just giving people tips and stuff. And this happening at the same time. I was like, man, our Twin Towers going through it. You hear me? That's why I stand 10 toes down for Angel Reese and Camilla. Just all the players. Any player I feel like, what I'm saying, all the players been mistreated, whether I like that game, or not, or I'm on they on my my players list or not. I don't like anybody being mistreated. I go to bat for anybody that's being mistreated, no matter what or whatever. But it's just sad how they keep coming up with all this great artwork on words on paper, but they're not following through. Don't talk people to death. Do some action, because this type of stuff, guys, this is just like the young lady. I forgot her name. She was a newscaster. Gosh, I don't remember her name. She was fun. You knew her. I don't know her name. Why it's not coming to me, but she jumped out the window. Everything was going good. And then all of a sudden that happened. Why is it that it's until something happens where people want to react. It's all fun and games now, but what happens when something happened to one of our players? A lot of these players, believe it or not, if you research, a lot of these players deal with mental health. And it's not just the mental health like of, you know, like how can I explain this? Okay, it's the mental health, yes, part of their, their life or their personal reasons, and then it's like part of their work environment, their jobs, you know, or whatever. And it's like you got to be careful once again, you got to be careful what you say, how you say it, how you treat people. Even if that y'all not feeling each other, look, I'd rather be quiet than to say anything. Sometimes you do have to represent, you do. But in the time, you just pray when you get home, guys. After you did it, just pray. But it has to be something done about this, because anything can happen to these players. And then what? Then what? Then what you gonna say, Captain? Even though you don't care, then what you gonna say? Because that's when people start suing. Yes, you can sue, but it's like you can't bring that person back. You can't. It's no amount of money that you know what I'm saying, anybody would want to receive if their loved one is not here. You have to make sure these ladies come and play these games day in and day out. You have to figure out a way, whether you want to or not. Somebody has to figure out a way. If you're watching this, Kathy, or you're watching this, anybody from the WNBA, stand up and do something. Don't talk about it. I need you to be about it, because our players' life is at stake. We're watching different things happen, and everybody handles stuff different. Some people might, you know what I'm saying, some people might do a little, tear breakdown. Some people might do different other things to deal with their mental. But if they have someone there that they could talk to, Donna got me something down here. Kristen Chuck, is it Chuck Buck? Am I saying that right? Chubbuck? In 1974, report ER committed suicide on live TV. Oh man. Is that oh man. That's what and that's what I'm talking about, Donna. Like, okay, so what was the ins and out of that story? Miss D?
You know what? I saw it a long time ago. I forgot. I really did. I forgot. I
Okay.
think
Okay.
she was going through a divorce or something. Something happened to her. Something like that. She lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I saw like different clips of back in the day. Yeah, I think they made a movie, some similar about her life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
thank you, Donna.
yeah. But you
Yeah,
know what? But the mental health part, you know what? Every time, okay, remember when Breonna Taylor happened, and then you had COVID happen. The slogan "Say her name." They good at slogans.
yeah.
They not good at they not good at actual. It's one thing to put something on a t-shirt. It's one thing to take a knee. But you really have to really behind the scenes, which I'm sure they probably didn't. You have to make sure that you just not having empty words. So say her name and the hate. What's the new slogan for the hate? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
No space for hate.
Yeah, but what you gonna have for the green machine? What's the T-shirt? What's the slogan for that? I'm just saying, like, come on, come on.
They're gonna be like, well, we don't believe in that type of violence, and I don't
Slowly.
know. I don't know what that look. I don't know.
Like I said, you got to start getting some of these fans out. They can't. You got to do some lifetime bans or a few year ban, something. They cannot come back. They
Yeah,
keep
they
doing
don't want to lose that money, but forget that money.
exactly,
You ain't gonna have no players. You ain't gonna have the players suing you, suing the person. It's just gonna
exactly.
y'all just gonna stay in the news, and y'all just gonna stay in court. And guess what? It can be proven. If we see it, I know y'all see it. Ain't no hiding that now.
Exactly. You know who brung it in. Now you can't. I think they bring it in, smuggling through their pants, and you ain't checking that. And it's not something that go off on the scanner. But what you gonna wait till somebody get hurt, hit an eye, or that hard thing coming down on your head, or hitting the player? When are you gonna wait to really crack down? Exactly.
Yeah, on paper and in front of the camera, but no action, just full of ish. The WNBA,
Exactly. But you know
right,
what?
Dom?
A lot of these leagues are like that. Not just the WNBA. You have guys who unalive themselves in the NFL because they've been hitting the head, and they with the CTE,
Yeah,
and
and the
um
player that killed the NFL player who he did the double suicide where he killed himself and the girlfriend.
right,
And
exactly.
just different stuff, and that's what they were talking about. That's why I admire like the pivot,
Yep,
different shows to get these guys to talking and stuff like that,
exactly.
because they be going through a lot, and they have a lot, and just imagine if they had someone to talk to, or the right people. You got to check on them people. You got to check on them, whether you don't know if something going on, just to say, hey, how you doing? How, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
Exactly.
doing okay? It don't hurt to ask that with your players. It doesn't hurt to ask that with any players or anybody. It takes nothing. There's no price to it. Are you okay? Are you feeling okay? You know what I'm saying? You need anything? And no, we're not saying for to be coaches to be their counselors, or and stuff like that. You could always refer them to somebody, or somebody that you think is a good fit for them to be open or whatever, just anything, but just to leave them hanging. And especially when it comes, that's why I said, Ms. D, them injuries, you brought up the NFL, yeah, the concussions and stuff. They got mad. They were trying to get rid of that man when he would talk about them concussions and stuff.
And they
You
they
said,
wasn't the NFL. Look, when a player get injured with like the CTE, that's not just affecting the player, that's affecting their family. And
mhm,
so,
mhm,
what kind of payments are you gonna give the family, because they have to take care of that loved one?
mhm,
Sometimes it debilitates you. A lot of these players can't walk. A lot of these
mhm.
players have strokes. They have different ailments where the family, their wives, or just even their kids have to take care of them. They
Right.
deserve medical. They fighting for that too. They fight because I think I forget what they call it. And there was a lot of black players that they say they was their IQ was low or something. They said it was real strange that why did they
Mhm.
want to pay them after they got the CTE. So the WNBA is in a lot of company where a lot of these professional leagues are very insensitive. They don't care about what's going on in your life, and that's sad. They just want the bottom line.
Right.
I
They
can
just
make billions off of you, but I don't care what happens to you afterwards.
right.
And the family had to take care of that because the effects of that. I mean, I know people say, "Oh, you chose." And that's true to one extent, but at the same time, if you making billions of dollars, why can't you compensate your players when they go through these things, because the family had to take care, they
Right.
had to pick up the pieces. So yeah,
Mhm.
just be considerate of that, you know.
Right.
They got kids, and they can't play with their kids. They all crippled, they can't walk, and it's horrible. But yeah,
Yeah. It's gonna come to a time where that's what I'm saying, Ms. D. How many times does this have to happen for them to do something, for something? Why does it always take like something serious to happen for them to actually do something? You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
exactly. You're right.
these ladies, it's the entire package. I'm waiting in the dark. I don't know. I guess we may have the lockout after the season. You just never know, but I know it's coming because they playing with these ladies, and these ladies have every bit to fight. They have every bit to open their mouth and demand what they want, and what they're asking for is not a lot.
Exactly. And now you're making the money as you claim, but I think you're already making enough money, and
Mhm.
they need to make money off the. I'm sure you're selling jerseys, you're selling all type of merchandise. Let them get some of that percentage of that, and don't let Unrivaled, AU, and then I think it's another league come in. Don't let them outdo you.
And they
Yeah.
are. Unrivaled is
Right.
already doing that. They are. Let me tell you, they're marketing. They talk about the Miss D. I gotta look it up, guys. We had to do an Unrivaled Day because they have more investors. They got a
Okay.
lot more investors coming in. And then on top of that, um, oh, let me touch this right quick. In the dark says WNBA is a rough place to work for. They will have a lockout and they have every reason to ask for what they want. Yes, in the dark they do. It man, we are one of the strongest in America. Women are, man, we are strong. Do we go through stuff? Yeah, but we strong. We fight together. So I'm glad they're fighting together. I see changes coming across the board. And they need this because they hurting, man. Like they are really hurting, guys. It's all across. Hey, Proof. Um, I mean Professor Golden. Sorry, but they're hurting all across the board. You could just tell the environment's not the same. The way they're playing is not the same. And yes, some of it does have to do with the organizations they're in and stuff like that. And then a lot has to do with the CBA. You know what I'm saying? So they got to figure out some plans. They got to keep doing what they're doing. They got to stand 10 toes down and fight together. We are stronger together than we are apart when it comes to certain stuff like this, or whatever. And I just see great things happening. I think they're gonna come to agreement after the lockout because sometimes you got to make some noise and do what you got to do, and stand 10 toes down and attack all across the board. Okay, Miss D, I didn't put it up here. Let's touch a little bit on Unrivaled because we need some lifting up this season. Woo wee. We got to win the other day, but I'm a ride or die, so I'm gonna ride with the Chicago to the end. But let's talk about Unrivaled. What's going on with Unrivaled? I know they got a lot. They're advertising. They got a lot more investors. They picked up a lot of college players.
They
Okay.
already
Okay.
had before she even came to WNBA. They had Paige. Now they have Flaw. They had Flaw last year. They have Malaysia. They have Juju. They have Sarah Strong. They have Az Foot. They have a good Tanaya Latson. So yeah, they already know that. Look, we need to get these youngins involved, and right now,
Yes, very smart, very intelligent.
yes, yes.
Whoever's doing unrivaled marketing, they got some intelligent.
So AU Pro need to come on with it. Now they play in Nashville, but they need to really come on with it too. They got the players that probably didn't make the cut for. They good. They probably didn't make the cut for Unrivaled. But yeah, they need to come together. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dwayne. About to say Dwayne Wade. Yeah, okay. He is an investor. Yep. And
Yes,
so is Steph
Steph,
Curry.
yeah, Steph is in there.
Yeah.
Coco in there, right? Coco's in there.
Yep.
Um, gosh, but they got some more guys. I got to get the list.
I
Like they,
want to see Kennedy Carter in there, and I'm sure Miller not gonna be in there because China gonna pay her a lot of money. But I think Kennedy might. She said she wanted to be in rival, but something happened with her agent. I want to see some new players as well.
yeah, because her being there on right ain't got nothing to do with the W. And I think that female, you know what I'm saying? You never know how people relationships are. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Right.
With players and stuff like that. Because nobody really said anything because to them they're used to that type of stuff going on the court, or whatever in the W, or whatever. But also, guys, guess who now? From me seeing the clips from Unrivaled, guess who was in there helping them college students in there with their development? Teaspoon. Teaspoon,
Yeah,
Miss
she always.
D.
Yep, she always with them. Yep.
She was
Oh, hold on. What you
she was
think about
helping them.
what you think about the interview with Carly? I got to go back and watch the beginning because I was watching I was trying to watch Bro Crawl and Keisha and Trio and KSAP. I was trying to watch my Eddie Murphy movie. You see the new Eddie Murphy movie?
No, I'm gonna watch it. It's got Kiki Palmer, and they
It,
said
it
it
was
was
good.
funny.
It was good. It was funny. But I was watching that and watching y'all, so I didn't. And you know what? I didn't know. I didn't see her in that little box. I said, "Oh, she laughed." I'm thinking they played yeah, Teaspoon was the coach again. But I didn't see her. I didn't see. What you think about her interview? I mean, she seemed to kind of say Teaspoon wasn't a good offensive coach. I wouldn't say that. It's just that
Well,
it was toxic. It was
okay.
toxic. You know, you had the veterans; they had their own agenda. I'm sure she drew play. They just did what they wanted to do. It was just like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna show you. We don't want to be here, and I'm angry because y'all paying attention to Angel Camilla. That's what that was about.
I
I just
think
think,
that for me, I
unfortunately.
think that I think it was a great show. I think that sometimes you have to do shows like that so that
Definitely. But you know what? I give her credit. I give her credit for coming on because she knew she
yeah,
was gonna get
it
the
was a great
hammer. Because
yeah.
L was on her butt. Pause. L was on
It
her
was great.
butt.
And, but that's what like you know what I'm saying. I think it was a great show, and it gave us verification on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I think it's good to have people that you agree and disagree with it. Like me and you, we don't always agree on everything. You know what I'm saying? And you stand when you say something is D, you stand 10 toes down on what you say, and I don't. It doesn't matter what nurturing over here say. You're gonna say what you gotta say. You know?
And you as well. But I appreciate that. We different. Like you the
Yeah, we're
counselor,
different.
I call you the
But
counselor. But yeah, you know.
yeah, and we have to you know what I'm saying, you got to be able to hear another person's perspective whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? That comes into like, is it how you feel? No, it might not be your perspective, but you know, everybody's not gonna think the same. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna be on your level, and that's what comes in where you know, you have your guests and you have your, you know, you have your chat going on, or whatever, and we're all coming together, but some agree with this and some agree with that. We don't always agree in the chat. So when you have guests on your panel that don't agree, you need that. You need that so it can give you verification on certain things. Hey, okay, I see that. This is what I've been saying. This is what I've been thinking all along. Now I hear it. You know what I'm saying? Or I think the opposite of this, but it's good to hear what they're actually thinking because you want to know what they're actually thinking because we know what we're thinking, or whatever. And when you got an inside source like that, you're like, okay, now we see. It kind of answers, give you answers to a lot of questions that you've had.
What? Let me say.
Yeah. Well, in the dark said Van and the crew are not playing either. She has her side, and that is the way the other side looks at what is going on in the league. She is in the doors that we haven't opened yet. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like in the dark. Even it might be some times where you know, like people will come on, you know, our panel, Miss D, and you know, or whatever, and we might not agree with everything they're saying, but they're entitled to their opinion. They're entitled to say how they feel, and we're entitled to speak the truth on how we feel and the facts over feelings. And you know, some people might think that you know, Sky fans are emotional, and some people may not. For
First,
me,
I hope she not. I hope she's not the new Anna Costable, where she's speaking through.
oh no, she
Is she speaking through Jeff? Because she seems like a Jeff apologist.
even if that's the
You know.
case, it's
Yeah.
different. It's a different person. And you know, I just felt like it was a good show because it, for me, trying to understand, you know, like, okay, why does this person think like this? Or, oh my gosh, this is really this person. It kind of gave, you know, verification of their way of thinking compared to our way of thinking, even if we think different. like KSAT was saying, it was a good show. We're not gonna always agree and stand on everything together. And that was the thing with the chat. When we be in the chat, sorry guys, sorry, we don't always agree with each other. We be going back and forth, and then at the end of the chat, we good. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. But the reason why I say that, because I was like, everybody's like, what? When she said that Tyler Careless Whispers, Tyler Marshmallow was developing Maddie Westfield. I was like, oh no, she lost it. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what's going on.
That's when you go to. That's when you go to, like, you're like, I'm different, and I may agree or disagree, but at the end of the day, we all, whether we like it or not, are entitled to our opinions.
Oh, he said that in the dark. He said it. Go back. I mean, she said. I'm sorry, she said it.
Yeah, and we may not like or agree with something said, because receipts are dropped. We see in the eye test, different stuff. So it didn't bother me, because everybody got a difference of opinion, and you already know, if you watch any of her content, she's gonna come. That's the way she's coming, and that's her job. So she's gonna stand 10 toes down for them.
That's her job. That Jeff feeding her some the info.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. So regardless, she's not gonna get on any show and say boom 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, about them, she's not gonna do that.
That Jeff value Angel as the cornerstone. It don't seem like it. And Camilla's cornerstone, but you put Bam Bam and Becca and the crew and the Bad News Bears around her. Bad News crew.
Let people express the way they feel and their opinions. That don't mean we always have to agree.
Look, pull up that in the dark. Yes, but we love Angela a different way. Pull that up. Now look.
I missed it, typing and looking cray, because I didn't agree, but she is in the inside telling her that the way they feel in the office, right?
Right, that's what I'm saying. He's telling his story, not her story.
Yeah, right. Don't miss the point by sometimes we miss the point because we're so against the person and what they're saying. We miss all the inside ingredients. A lot of that, for me, answer a lot of my questions to why this has been done, or this has been said, or this is going on. And if she got the inside, she breaking it, whether she agree with them or don't agree with them, because a lot of stuff she did, but some stuff she said in her opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
think she has an opinion. I think she just a Jeff.
No, she was saying some other stuff. Yeah,
she
was saying some. No, I'm just saying she was saying some other stuff or whatever.
I know she was saying it, but I don't believe her.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can agree and disagree with
I just think she's speaking through Jeff. She's the Annie, whatever you call it to me.
Well, it goes back to it's just, to me, it was great. Because I'm just saying the overall show was great. We're not gonna always agree or whatever.
We need the trio, and she do need to give them passes since she came on the show. Giving them passes. I want to see Keisha, K-Sap, and Bro Crawl getting
And we never know. You know what I'm saying? Look how God opened that door for her to come on that show. You don't know what is getting ready to start great for them, and you don't know what else comes behind it. Sometimes, let me tell you, sometimes when you do stuff the right way, it was like the way that the trio did it, it was professional. And sometimes, even if you don't always agree with people, and you do something like that, it opens up the doors for other things. It opens up the doors for other people to come on your show and feel comfortable. Hey, we don't agree with everything, but I get to speak my piece. I get to speak my opinion, you know. And trust me, a lot of people watches I watch, you know, the show or whatever on a regular. They really watch that episode, I can imagine, you know. So I think that it's a blessing to be able to do that. It's a blessing to have an insider on your show, whether you agree or disagree. And that the chat was 10 toes down. That, you know, the chat is faithful. The chat don't play.
Look, I wish Elle was on that panel. Woo, Elle was gonna tear her apart.
That's why I like. That's why I be nice
Yeah,
in
she
the
did. She did. I give her credit. She was brave enough to go on the chat. She was brave. I gotta give her that. She didn't have to do all that, but yeah. Because even Anna didn't do that. Anna didn't answer no question. She just threw rocks and left. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. She can stay on that side. Not keeping it 100 gave me validation, so I had to peace out.
But one thing that scared me, they said they're gonna keep Pink Panther and Careless Whisper. I was like, oh no, they're gonna keep them. No, 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 not another year.
Well, we just gotta
Angel, Angel. I'm like bro, Claude. Angel. She said Nola. Angel, you gotta go march into that office. Like, look, I can't take it. They gotta go. They got to go. And mean
yeah
it.
yeah.
Uh,
We're gonna have to we'll have to see.
yeah, she said that. She said.
Oh, I think Miss D, you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me? No, I said I
Uh-huh.
was screaming. I was like, no, they coming back. Nah, okay, the course, you're gonna stay the course. You're gonna let them play out. But next year, you're gonna bring them. You're gonna bring them back next year. If you fire Jeff P, Careless Whisper cannot be the coach. No, oh my god, that's horrible. Yeah, well, the help
Oh
comes
shit!
in.
I think she'll be back. I think she'll either be back when Candace Parker Day,
Bro,
or who else? What else coming up? I know it's Candace Parker Day, and there's something else coming up, but I think she'll be back for that. Right, Marvin, right. Because it kind of like by them doing the show, it kind of benefits both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, because the average person, if I'm listening, hey, listen, I went on this podcast and this is the way the fans were. They stand 10 toes down for Angel. They not playing with Angel. Like, I'm watching. I watched the chat. She was watching that chat. So she probably, what I'm saying, she's taking her notes too. Just like we taking our notes and agreeing and disagreeing. She taking her notes with y'all going in that chat and stuff. And it was just certain stuff, how it's just certain stuff that you just can't say. So I think from both sides, I think it kind of worked out.
I hope Jeff P is not silly enough to trade either Angel or Camilla for Dame. I like Aaliyah Edwards, but I don't want them to get traded.
They're not. She already she spoke. She's she spoke on this. You have to go back and watch one of her clips. She
Okay.
spoke directly on it where Angel and Camilla are going nowhere. She said
I
they're
hope
gonna
so.
she
But
said they're gonna she
but
said
guess
they're
what?
gonna she said they're gonna court them. They're
But
probably gonna
we don't.
court them.
But Jeff P. I don't know. He's a weirdo. He'll do anything. He's a
No,
weirdo.
no, for her to go.
I know what she say, but I'm talking about Jeff. Jeff is unpredictable. I don't trust Jeff. I'm not
But
saying Carl.
if he is her inside source,
Yeah,
then
but
she's
he
telling
ain't
you
gonna tell
that
her. He ain't gonna tell her everything.
he, he
Jeff,
may
Jeff,
he may not tell her
maybe not
everything.
Angel, but what if we do Camilla? Then you bring in. It's like I want Aaliyah Edwards to play with both of Camilla and I don't want them to bring up Twin Towers.
They not bringing up the Twin Towers, Miss
Oh,
D.
okay. Okay. If that happened, we going to come over here and we gonna definitely Because I don't know. I
No,
don't
they're
know.
not breaking up the Twin Towers. I
don't know.
think she's saying they're not going to do a trade tomorrow. She was saying they weren't going to do a trade.
I don't know.
She would know because the way she was talking, you could.
I understand what you're saying, but Jeff is not going to, like you said, she's not going to tell us everything. Jeff is not going to tell her everything.
He might not, but he's telling her enough. He's
I
telling her
don't
enough.
trust him. Oh my God, my stomach hurt.
He's telling her enough.
My stomach hurt.
Yeah, Marvin, she taking all those notes, and you know, because she getting her feedback too, or whatever. Even though she may not, you know what I'm saying, to her, it was like put it like this, Marvin. Sometimes people need to see that. They need to see how the fans actually feel about certain topics and certain subjects, because who knows, that probably gave her a better understanding why we stand 10 toes down the way that we do for Angel Reese and Camilla. Like
they don't care.
Right, but I'm saying it's easy for a person on the outside to say whatever, but when you come to the inside and you see the effects, you see in the chat, you're seeing the super chats, it may give you a different perspective of
So what's she gonna do? She gonna go back and tell Jeff, you know, I went on this podcast and they got on my ass, excuse my French, and
no, I don't think
what you think? That's what I'm saying. So
I don't think so. What I'm saying is for her, what I'm saying is coming from her perspective as someone who has inside sources, she is allowed to see the other half of what she's talking about. Like she has her opinion of stuff, but she's also able to see the fans and the people in the chat that stand 10 toes down for Angel, and we don't take no BS.
How old is the Chicago Sky? It's 20 years. 20 years old.
I don't know.
Because 20 years.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
And no matter if they had Jeff P or Wade or whoever they had, they've been disastrous. They won a championship, but they disastrous as far as how they treat the players, who they bring in. It's just a dumpster fire. So I don't know. I want to, because Chicago's a good sports town. I like Angel Camilla. So, but that Jeff and that owner is like just sitting back, just letting Jeff and Wade tear the team up. It's been bad the whole, but really the last 10 years has been a dumpster fire. Besides the championship,
made a major move by getting using.
That's not a major move. Oh, he laughing. Yeah, it's a laugh. I mean, she okay, but she's not going. She played good last night, but she didn't play against Slim. So I don't know.
You know what? This is listen. This is where we're going to have to walk by faith and not by sight. And when I'm saying this, guys, I really mean we are going to have to walk by faith and not by sight when it comes to this Sky organization, because we don't know what can go down. We got an overall idea. Boy, did we get an overall idea today. So we have an overall idea of what's going on, you know. But at this point, it's any man's game and anything can change. You know, you just never know. But far as we know today and what we have learned is they're not going anywhere. So what do you go from now? Like what, you know, the roads ahead.
Hire Lisa Leslie or hire somebody. Because that's not gonna get it. If the owner,
but we don't know what
trade the team to owner.
We don't know.
Owner.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because you don't care, and it's drag. And the beat. Come on now, this is a good sports town, and then people across the country like Angel and.
But Brocott already said. I mean, with Keisha, and you know, Keisha and them have already said, you know, Chicago Chicago has always been far as their different sports or whatever. They always been like that.
See, basketball, I got to give it to them. I'm from Detroit, but they always had the legends. So you can't. This is like it's not a city that you treat basketball lightly. They take their basketball very seriously, and so
Hmm.
you can't. Right.
They
They
came
ca-
in the league
they
2005.
had they had they had good players
And
down
still
the city.
hasn't gotten it together. Dang, Donna, that's crazy.
They had Hall of Famers in their organization. They let it slip through their fingers. Celia Fowles wanted to leave. Della Don wanted to leave. Kai Koppler wanted to leave. Anna Quigley, left, and Stu left, but she came back. So you had Candace Parker. You had players who could play. You even had Courtney Williams. So you had decent All-Star players or even Hall of Fame players. And the fact that you didn't have facilities and you didn't take value in the team, players didn't want to come there. And the owner, the general manager, Wade was Jeff P was under Wade. He was horrible as well. Then you bring in Jeff P instead of hiring somebody on the outside and not hire inside. You just treat the organization very cheaply. Angel going to a YMCA for her press conference. You did Zoom for Camilla. Like, where do we do that? Come on, really?
I'm just going to continue to uplift our players. I know I won't see Mick next year on Chicago Sky. I just got a feeling. Um, I got a feeling Mick won't come back. Right, bad management. So when are they going to get it right? Just getting a facility crazy work. I know. And they talking about April. April. Make sure you don't be rushing. Make sure you get everything in there, and what I'm saying, do it right because Rival coming with some more stuff. They coming with some more stuff. I'm just so excited.
Okay, show this picture. Show this picture. Hold on.
I'm so excited for Rival. I don't know what to do. Team Rose. Can we do a repeat? I don't know because we got so many people coming to play this year.
Pull it up.
Okay.
That's you. That's the counselor. That's what we need. We need counselor ADP.
Yeah.
The counselor ADP Art Creations.
That's what they need on
That's
site.
you. Talk to somebody, right? You need the
Because
counselor.
I promise you. Now I would have to have you and Keisha and Big Girl with me because y'all don't play. Y'all look. Y'all a little hardcore, so y'all ain't playing. So we need to have a balance. So I need y'all to be in the be in there too. So after they finish, no, do they need to get the hardcore first and then get the gentle nourishing? Oh, I know they need me first, and then they go to you guys because you guys are not gonna play with them. But that's the balance that you need. You need someone with a heart and nurturing to people, and you also need someone that don't play. You know what? When I worked harder, when I had when I had teachers or whatever that pushed me and was not playing with me to make me, do work harder and stuff like that. I needed the balance, but at the same time, not only did they not play, they had hearts. They were nurturing as well. But you ain't finna come in their classroom do any kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do your work at the same time. And they just had a way of getting you to do your work. That was before, and I got plenty of paddles at school, guys. Yeah, I was a little talker, but when they stopped doing that paddle, I was so happy.
See, we old.
Okay, do the tough love first. Okay.
We old school. Do the tough love first.
Okay, yeah, okay. You would do the do the tough love first, and then I'll come back in and do the nurturing and stuff like that. But one thing with when I'm doing the nurturing and stuff, I'm gonna be there for them. I'm gonna have their back. I'm gonna sow positive seeds into them, or whatever. And then you got to go. I'm gonna tell them they're gonna have to go over there because they got to have that. That's the same thing with when it comes to my kids, like especially with my sons. my son, my oldest son's dad, he knows I'm the nurturing and genuine type of person, right? So anything go down, guys. If look, they get the big headed when they're in them 10 years. I call that number like 911 because we ain't finna get me all the gray hair on my
Pull it
head.
up, pull it up, pull it up.
I'm getting ready to. What Miss D got?
Now
What
who
is
was
that?
that? Who's that? Who they the player?
Guys,
Pull it up.
she
Pull
has
it
been
up.
she has been on me. I can't. Miss
Pull
D.
it
Some
up.
cases I cannot do.
Who was that? Chat.
That's Candace,
Chat. Yeah. Well, go ahead.
that's Candace and Alexis Morris.
Right.
I'm not doing.
Counselor.
I can't. Some people like some look. When I say I got angels back, I got angels back.
And
So
I guess
I
they said
can't
that.
bring nobody on the show. I don't know what's gonna come out.
But of course we ain't gonna get Candace. We'll probably get Alexis Morris.
I can't do that.
Watch
I
this.
won't. I won't do that. I won't. Will not do that one out of respect for Angel.
No. It's not disrespect to Angel. It's not disrespect.
Yes, it is because something's gonna come out.
Oh, okay. I want it to come out. I want to know.
Something gonna come out because
I wanna know.
look when
what's
she come in.
going
Look when she come in my
on.
counselor office and I got this big picture of Angel and this big
I
picture
wanna
of
know.
Camilla saying they the greatest twin towers. She gonna have
That's
something.
okay. Yeah, I wanted to say it because I want to know why. Let me see if I can pull something else up.
No,
Let's drop
sometimes
that out.
people don't. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, Miss D. Sometimes people don't have to have a reason not to like you. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to have no reason. They just don't. Huh?
I want to see what she's saying next. Let me see what if she been kind of quiet.
Well, you know what? You can interview her, and I will interview Kennedy Carter.
Okay, that's good. Let's go. Kennedy?
No. I'm not saying Alexis Morris coming on the show, and we're not.
No.
If Kennedy come up here, we're not. I want something like that was a perfect example tonight, like with KSAP. Now they let her get out whatever she had.
And that's what you need to do. Let her get it out. I want to know why.
No.
I want to know why. Sometime you still stuck in 2023, and do you have any beef with Angel?
No, we're not doing that. Huh? We're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do something like that because if she come up and she say I'm not gonna give her the opportunity to do that. Because this is where I'm thinking about I'm thinking about both of them. I'm an Angel Reese fan. I'm an Angel Reese. I'm the auntie or whatever you want to say, but I'm not going to. For me, this is where it comes about genuine people. When you have a genuine person, they're gonna have your back regardless. And for me, you're not gonna sit with me and talk about anybody that I respect and care about and think I'm not going to go back and say nothing. Not only am I going to go back and say something, we're going to all be in the same room when I say whatever I need to say that you said, because if you're comfortable with saying it in front of me, you need to be comfortable in saying it in front of that person that you're talking about. We're not going to do no back and forth. We're not going to do no he say, she say. No, the evidence is here. Now, what you told me, you tell that person because you were comfortable. I don't do that. I don't play that kind of stuff. When I love people, when I care about people, even the people I don't know, like that or whatever, you just can't. You can't do that. I cannot be a fake person. I just can't.
It's not being fake. I just want to know what's going on.
I'm just no. We will not have no Alexis Morris up here, guys. Every time it's towards the end of the show, Miss D want to get my blood pressure up. I only got Milo tea.
Okay, Chad. Do you want to see Alexis Morris? Why?
They don't want to see no Alexis Morris.
Is she living in the past and hating on Flaugier and Angel? Why? Yes or no?
Okay. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes that need further.
I'm serious. In the dirt?
No.
Marvin Jackson?
That starts off with childhood. Some stuff you gotta be gentle, and it's gonna take a while.
But you the counselor. Come on, counselor.
Counselors can't do everything now. It would have to for something like that.
Counselor.
Miss D is messy. Miss D, you are being messy because there's no way she will be up here. But it's just to a certain point how far you take it. But all in all,
She
guys,
is. She is.
either Miss D is playing her sound effect.
Let me stop. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You put it on pause. So put myself on pause. The
God,
men all pause when I walk into
dang it.
the room. The men all pause. Do, do, do,
Yeah, Marvin. She wants answers. She
Don't
look.
smack me. Look. Don't smack me. Don't smack me. That's the lyric in the song. Don't smack me. I'm sorry.
Let us bow our heads. Everybody, let's come together because Miss D is off the chain. She get like this. Okay, so Miss D.
Okay, I'm sorry for go ahead.
Well, look, if you either gonna get a song or a sound effect from Miss D, I'm telling you, like she got some stuff. She be cooking with that.
Go ahead.
So we are going to do. We're gonna do our final thoughts. From Dearica to not too much on the sky because we need a breather, guys. We need a breather. Take a deep breath, relax. Release when it comes to our team. So we ain't gonna be too much on the sky, but like a overall, your overall perspective of, Dearica Hamby, what she went through, what she's still going through, and touch a little bit on the sky. But hey, we got a whole nother year coming up and see what happens with the CBA and the draft and all that good stuff. So, what's your final thoughts, Miss D? Look, guys, we don't hear nothing from Miss D.
So hold on, no, you so funny. Oh yeah, she do need to. Yeah, I don't know. She own the Harlem Globetrotters. I don't know what's going on with the young lady, but
I know,
yeah,
I know,
I
Donna.
don't
I
know.
don't know why Miss D always putting that girl. Look, she know how to get my blood pressure out.
Because
Look, like they be knowing how to get broke clots up when they
she's
be talking
interested.
about
She's
Chicago.
interested. She's interested because she always she's the Kennedy Carter without a basketball home. Kennedy do have a basketball home. It's overseas, but it's still a basketball home. But
That wasn't a good comparison, Miss D.
but they friends. That's what I'm saying.
You
But
don't know they friends.
no, they friends. They still
Girl, bad. Friends is a strong word. That's a strong word, Miss D. Associate, maybe. No, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know.
But no, Hamby, she continues to do her thing. She's a pretty.
Right, Donna. Donna, I don't even get in the trick bag with KSAP now. How I let Miss D get me in the trick bag, I do not know how she get in there. I think she know that triggers me when she know that Alexis or whatever. She know I can't go for that.
Okay, can't play too much more.
Yeah, because you gonna get us banned off unless you sing
that. Careless whispers are a good friend. Come on.
Did you sum it up, Miss D? You gotta sum it up.
And it is the time.
Anyways, guys, while Miss D is on her music high,
there is no heart to find. I'm never gonna dance again.
Girl.
Okay, anyway.
So
Dearica Hamby, I know you're not a fool. Anyway, that's like echo.
She come out and say ADP.
But anyway,
I think
hopefully
Carly was the fence tonight. Girl, she was right.
She rode the fence. She's a fence rider. And it ain't a defense either. Defense, she ain't ran that. But anyway, but so Dearica, let's sum it up. Dearica is a Lord, I know. Lord, help me. Help me with this girl. But
Woosah.
anyway, so Dearica is going to continue to be Dearica. She's a trailblazer. I'm still I'm still on Echo.
Dang,
But
girl.
anyway,
What
I'm still
trailblazer?
trailblazer as far as suing, and hopefully she'll be the last one. So hopefully the CBA that they have, they should name it after her, the Dearica Hamby rule of pregnancy.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, seriously, and yeah, I love you too. Careless whisper. There you go. Do you that?
Well, guys, I
should have known better than I treat a friend. Come on, what's up?
Okay, wait a girl.
And I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you.
Well, guys, I know. So would they say, guys? What case I be saying was understood don't have to be explained. He say
right. That's true.
So yeah, y'all own it. Y'all didn't play chat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that moving forth, for the WNBA players, or whatever, I think they got to figure out a plan for them, and that they don't have to just be players. They can also be moms too. They need to figure out. To me, if they're marketing everything else, why can't they help market that? It's like Mother's Day, different stuff. Mother's
You know what
Day.
they can market? Give them pamper commercials. Pampers. They can do Pampers. What's the other one? What's the other commercial with the babies?
They got some education.
Right.
Educational.
The
like,
national things.
Let me tell you, if you have WNBA commercials with the
But
mom.
skims. Right. They have skims, you might as well have Pampers. You want
Right.
to show them in their underwear.
Look, clothes, education, products. You think people won't? If they had, guys, hopefully y'all see my illustration on it. Well, that ain't hopefully, it's gonna happen where she be in the store, because I drew Dearica Hamby. That was the first time I ever drew her, and I hit it on the nose, just like with Steph. I did Steph this year for the first time. I actually hit it on the nose. Someone don't be acting right, they don't get hit on the nose, they just go into straight up cartoon mode. But like having their faces and stuff on products for the kids, like different stuff, to make the moms feel appreciated.
On cereal, things that pertain to kids. Cereal, toys.
Look, if Miss Rachel can do it, y'all, if Miss Rachel can do that and make all that money, why can't y'all do that for the WNBA players?
Exactly. Having something that could pertain to kids, like the Pampers. Like I said, Pampers.
You got Paw Patrol Huggies. Pampers.
Yes.
You got Paw Patrol shoes. Why
Yes.
not have some of them Look. Okay, God, I see where you're going with this, but I'm just saying, Lord, like, why they can't have you can have Dearica Hamby on some shoes, our Angel Reese pictures on some shoes, our Camilla, what I'm saying, our Skylar, look, Skyrockets. Hey, I know, look, you have the real shoes. This is how I do things, right? With the kids, we had the shoes we go out, we don't play with, and then we had the play shoes.
Yep.
So
the dirty shoes. Yep, I remember that.
They gonna want to wear them little play, add some little lights to it. The little kids like the little lights to the play shoes or whatever. I'm just saying, just different type of things that you can do to market to make your players feel appreciated as players and as moms. So I'm hoping that that part gets better. I know the players, they're gonna get what they deserve because they get ready to show up and show out. It's just a matter of time, right? also it's good that more players, if you notice, more players are starting to speak out about different things concerning the WNBA to give people a perspective. We already know players were speaking out with their mental health, but just to speak out on certain things behind closed doors that they have to deal with, and they still have to deal with, and still come out there and play the game for us, right? So, guys, what I'm going to do, I know they're having a Nigerian night, Miss D. They're having it on the 19th. So on the 18th, guys, it probably be, well, I guess it's considered in the AM on the 19th on D Block. I am going to do a celebration for WNBA Nigerian players where we go like I do. I'll have different like small videos on Mick and Rena, different information on Rena. Okay, guys. I was hard. Big girl said, I said this, and this is what Big girl told me. She said, you got to add E Will. I said, well, E Will is allegedly the ops. And she said, well, you got to add her. She said, the Lord going to deal with you. So, guys, I'm going to have to add E Will.
Why is E Will the ops? I don't remember that. Why is she the ops? Huh?
Miss D.
Why?
Okay, I'm gonna let you research that one. I'm gonna put it up there. I'm gonna put.
Why is she the ops? Why is E Will the ops?
E Will know. I mean, E Will okay. E Will is E Will. I'm gonna represent her, but let's just say it's certain things that she actions. It's certain actions.
What actions did she take?
Allegedly. So I'm gonna do this is how it's gonna go down. I'm gonna do Rena, I'm gonna do Michaela, I'm gonna do E Will, we're gonna do Kiki. And who else, Miss D? Yeah. So right in the dark. Why me, right? Are you saying why E Will or why Miss D took him in that corner now? Pick her Melody, she off the
Why me? Oh God. Why me?
They don't even pay me for this, guys, let alone anything else.
Oh God.
Miss D, wake up, girl. Listen.
I'll wake it up.
Okay. Did you hear the players I'm gonna do? Are you gonna be ready? Oh Lord, he gonna T Carmella coming at me too. Oh Lord. Look, I don't want no beef, guys.
Right. What did E Will do?
I'm gonna do her. I'm gonna do E Will.
Tell her what did E double.
I'm not look. Actions. I'm just going by actions, T Carmella. You know me. I be reading people. This lady right here, guys, that's in this box is something else. They said they need you to have your way, Miss D. Tell you, Miss D.
What?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with E Will as a player.
Oh, last year when she was with Dana Evans and then
Yes, Miss D. That's what it is, guys. So are those players okay with you? Are those players okay? Oh. So do you have okay. Miss D. Oh my goodness. What? Anyways, guys, Miss D.
Don't pay me no attention, y'all. Don't pay me no attention. Go ahead, ADP. I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet, girl.
Yeah, she's sleepy, T. Carmel. Oh my gosh, you got me choked up.
What?
She is totally sleepy.
I am very sleepy.
Okay, guys.
Electronic is about to go to sleep. It's ADP. Our creation. Shun.
Anyways, guys, so I'll do that in the morning on the D block for Nigerian Day or whatever. Also, the next person we're gonna talk about, because I'm waiting for some I got someone helping me. I'm waiting for some information for his double A.
You're frozen in time.
You're frozen in time, ADP. Where are you, ADP? I'm going to party like it's 1999, even though it's 2025. Are you still there, ADP? You have to close up your live, ADP. Your live is still going. What do you want to talk about, chat? What do you want to talk about, chat? I think she's coming back. ADP, or is that you? Is that you, ADP? ADP, where are you? This is hurting my voice. ADP, Art Creations, are you still there? ADP is
Okay.
frozen.
Yeah,
She's
I'm frozen.
Okay,
But
are
anyways,
you back?
okay, so we getting ready to head out, guys. So the next person we're gonna be talking about is Skylar Diggins.
Skylar Diggins.
And any good juice that comes up along the way. And we'll do we're gonna do the Nigerian celebration or whatever. And by the way, guys, Miss D is in jail. If you want to free Miss D, you let me know.
You're very funny.
But and she's not in the normal jail, guys. She in that don't press go, don't keep moving jail. So if you want to free her, y'all keep me updated, okay? Anyways, guys, thank you for showing up. I want you to enjoy the rest of your week. I want you to have a great Thursday. And I'll be seeing you guys in around the community in the chat. She ain't gonna stop, guys, till I end this live. Miss D, tell them good night. You're not even saying good. Tell them good night, Miss D. Whatever. I gotta see. I'll send you the thumbnail too, Miss D. Guys, have a good night. Bye, Miss D. Bye. Help us, Lord. We love you, Miss D. I like your funniness. I like everything. So thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. Thank you, T. Carmela, Marvin, and everybody that came to watch the show. We really appreciate it. Have a great day and love you.
Good night.
Good night, Miss D.
Ow. Good night.